Hello viewers, I'm Jackson, host of the Hello America YouTube channel, and also former radio host. I request you watch this video till the end, and feel free to subscribe and share this video with your family and friends. Now, here's the news. Trump looks straight into camera and calls CNN and MSNBC gutless losers. President Donald Trump called CNN and MSNBC gutless losers last Tuesday over their reporting on the bombing of Iran, while taking questions about the conflict on the South Lawn of the White House. CNN and MSNBC both raised questions about whether the B-2 bombers completely and totally obliterated the 3 nuclear facilities located outside of Tehran. Trump said that the outlets, which he referred to as scum, owed the B-2 pilots who put their lives on the line an apology. Watch the video.
I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And, you know, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSNBC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean.
You don't believe that Iran can rebuild its nuclear program?
No, Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon. And they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks, and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSNBC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks, are real losers. You really are. You're real losers.
In one article, CNN quoted Jeffrey Lewis, a weapons expert and professor at the Middlebury Institute of International Studies, to dispute or downplay the success of the bombings in Iran, telling CNN that the B-2 bombers only caused restricted damage to the facilities because the B-2 bombers did not drop bunker buster bombs, calling the attack an incomplete strike. CNN wrote, even if the U.S. was successful in destroying Iran's facility at Fordow, another underground site that housed centrifuges needed to enrich uranium, which the U.S. hit with 12 bunker busters, the obvious survival of Isfahan has raised questions about whether Trump achieved his stated goal of a stop the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. The network's host, Abby Phillip, raised the question of whether the facilities were truly obliterated, arguing that it is too early to assess the damage during a Monday segment of Newsnight. MSNBC noted in an article that the reliability of Trump's claim immediately came into question by quoting General Dan Kane, who said it was way too early to make a meaningful assessment of how much damage was actually done. Trump announced the very successful attack on the nuclear sites on Saturday and warned during an address to the nation that Iran will face far greater attacks if the country does not seek peace. Current and former Republicans who have opposed Trump's actions, including John Bolton, Bill Kristol, and former Illinois Representative Adam Kinzinger, praised Trump's actions against Iran. Iran retaliated against the U.S. by launching powerful and destructive missile attacks on American bases located in Iraq and Qatar. The president announced that Iran and Israel had reached a ceasefire agreement on Monday, though they expressed frustration the following day when the two nations broke the deal. Trump said, we basically have two countries that have been fighting for so long and so hard, they don't know what the F they're doing.